say, what the hell happened to my screen, dude? All right. Welcome to episode 675 of the Black Brain Trust. This is the Sapio-Males Guide to the Galaxy. Midday listening, open chat. Uh, nothing too. Oh shit! What was that? Nothing too crazy. Just doing a midday open chat. Haven't really had a chance to catch up. See what the goings ons. The goings ons are around in the manosphere, writ large, so to speak. You know, trying to just check the temperature, man. Uh, we went live earlier this morning for Black Tech Talk, micromobility discussion. Shout out to Mike V, Lonzo, Renaissance Man, Eric Ingram, MOT. I think that's who came by this morning. So had a nice little chop up, you know, just in line with what it is we typically do here. And then also, you know, we also have open chats where, you know, we just kind of open it up for a little while, chop it up. Nothing too crazy, just kind of what's on people's minds now. Like I said, this is just kind of more to like maybe just reacquaint people, given that we've been sort of quiet. But we are here, man. Just wanted to let y'all know we are here. And as that saying goes, I got time today. I had time today because little one's out for holiday, for school, for the holiday, for the week. So, you know, it's just me and her chilling. So I got time to be active on this channel a little bit before maybe I take a call or two a little later this afternoon. But yeah, so if you guys want to know what's been going on with us, check out the live stream from earlier this morning. I kind of showed some e-bike creations that we've been working on and got some other projects taking shape here, you know, in the micromobility space. Yeah, that's pretty much that. You know, cats is just, you know, being busy and stuff. And you know, the other thing too, man, it's just like sometimes you know, you kind of have to check the temperature of like the social media space. Sometimes, man, you may wear out your welcome a little bit. You know, so sometimes if you go quiet for a while and come back, you know, maybe it's like more of a refresher, right? You know, we've been dealing with a lot of troll issues for some strange reason. Don't know, you know. Lonzo said you'll be up shortly. Yeah, no worries, man. That's just, you know, links there for those who want to, you know, follow on through and chop it up for a little while. I think my daughter's homegirl is going to come over and hang out with her this afternoon. So that's why it's like I kind of have time now to like, you know, make this channel active, do some stuffs. So let's see here. Who do we got? Well, I don't think anybody's come through just as of yet. Just Alonzo's popped in, but we got some people, I think, watching. Yeah. I've heard about some of the chitter chatter going on it's in the sphere of black men. And yeah, it's I would say it's interesting. It kind of isn't, but what's up, MOT?
Hey, what's up, man?
Chilling, man. You know, I'm just doing what is this? A late morning, midday, little. Just I don't know, man. I'm just trying to do something on the channel because it's been quiet for a while and got a little bit of time today.
Oh yeah, man. That's what it is, man. Time. It's just that people don't know, man. Things are moving so fast that you know we can't be waiting on the next bit of fuckery to happen. And what it is, like people kind of think that, well, we have to put out more reason to balance out the fuck. I'm like, no. It's your job to stay away from these things. It's not our job to keep up with these things. Try to balance you out. It's like At some point, it has to be an action.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess first of all, what you have to do is have some sort of agenda, right? Some sort of purpose. I don't know, dude. Something, right? Otherwise, what are you just wasting a bunch of fucking time? In my personal opinion, you're not really doing much other than just what's that popular term? Having the conversation, right? Throwing that in air quotes. I mean, what good is that, dude, if it doesn't lead to any action, dude? It doesn't lead to any follow through, and it doesn't like produce some sort of like result of some kind, you know? So I don't know. It's like at a certain point, dude, I just tune out, and I legit get busy, and it's just like, all right, well, dude. First of all, I ain't interested in listening to too much of this shit in the first place, and then I am legit busy, so it is what it is, right? You know, but yeah, it's like I don't know, man. I really hadn't been motivated to do much with regards to trying to like appropriate time to do this when people's focus is elsewhere. Meanwhile, business calls, right? So you have to kind of prioritize things, and sometimes, man, hiatuses occur. I think MOT stepped away for a second. But that's the actual reality, man. Sometimes, man, you just get preoccupied with other shit, and certain things just kind of fall off to the wayside because it's not important, you know. And I like to just prioritize my time to the things that are important. So,
All right, there we go.
You go. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a phone call. It cuts off everything.
Yeah, no, you're all good, bro. I was just speaking to what you were saying, man. Like, I'm not concerned about like the conversation, quote unquote, right? I mean, I think conversation is supposed to lead to a plan of action, and then
some action. Sometimes.
Right, yeah, right, with a resolution at the end, right? Right, with a resolution at the end of that action.
Yeah. I mean, but you have to realize, there's an extreme amount of people who don't have it together, and they need company at the bottom, man. And I can't keep up with that.
No, well, shit. Well, like you said, shit's moving too fast to try to keep up with slow moving shit. You got to pick your struggle, right?
Yeah.
Are you trying to keep up with? Are you trying to keep up with what is burgeoning and what's growing, like what's ascending, or are you trying to keep up with bullshit? Right? You got to pick which one you want to keep up with.
Yeah.
Right, and I think right about now, I'm going to say a solid 70 to 75% of this space is bullshit.
Which is fine.
You want to know what I think about a lot of this shit, which is just the reason why I just completely check the fuck out. I'm like, dude, this is just this is just about all you guys are worthless to me at this point.
Problem is that you were never supposed to compete with bullshit in the first place.
I was never about bullshit in the first place. This channel's never been about bullshit in the first place. All right. Not everybody's about bullshit, man.
And it makes sense to some certain extent. Like, if this is the only thing you can do, okay. But people tangibly want to go other places. It's like I'm really putting my stuff in different spaces, and I'm getting some good feedback from it. Because the whole point about writing the book is giving the book away to these school districts so that way they can reach some of these kids before they end up messed up forever. That's the whole point. Because I've already been through it. I already know what the struggle is going to be, right? So there's no reason for me not to give them the information up front. Because most of these parents, dude, they don't know what they're doing. And that's fine.
Yeah, man, I guess like, but when we talk about how quickly, rapidly things are moving, right? Like sometimes it's just like you just got to wipe the table clean and just start off with something new altogether, right?
Oh yeah.
Instead of constantly having to do patchwork, which is what I'm always hearing. Like any kind of conversations that you have about like trying to address social issues and shit, it's always done from a patchwork standpoint. It's like take like a boat and it's got like 5 or 6 like leaks sprung in it, right? Water coming up through the bottom of the boat, and then you go and patch them up, and then another one springs up over here, and then you run over
Yeah.
there, and then it pops up over here, and that's the methodology, right? That's the methodology on how people approach problems in terms of how to solve them. It's patchwork, and I say, okay, why don't you build a boat with a different material that isn't porous and doesn't fucking leak? Why
Yeah.
don't you rethink the issue altogether and do something different? But that's too difficult for this space,
No,
quote unquote. And I'm
because
throwing
the
that
point.
this space in air quotes.
Yeah, I mean, because the point was evergreen bullshit. I mean, like if you just left one specific untrained person alone, that would solve all of your issues. All of them would go along with the person who actually liked those issues. Very easy, right? If somebody don't have cultural training, why would you try to go into a situation and try to retrain somebody on something that they've never been trained on? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, no, I mean I'm just talking about from a position of people who profess to know better, right? For the people who profess to have solutions or whatever, how come their solutions never how come they're never comprised of anything original in terms of like origin of thought, right? It's always like some regurgitated ass, patch it up type of thing, and it's not a whole rethinking of something. And so
No,
everything you hear around this black YouTube manosphere, whatever the hell people are calling it, right? Like this over here is 3.0 because it's very common sense based. It's very intellectual and it's very forward thinking. So that's what this is over here. But over there where all the chatter is and everything, it's the same shit over and over and over, and I can't do it anymore.
yeah, it's just that at the end of the day, man, intelligent people move on, and the people without a choice or the people who are part of that shit stay. That's what happened. That's what always happens. You know.
I mean, and I guess that's fine. But like again, in more of a social media dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like those who profess to like be the movers, the shakers, the influencers, the people who put people on and all that stuff, whatever. They don't. There's really nothing of any true significance that none of these people ever produce or create, dude. Like I gotta be
Yeah.
real
So
with you.
how can you be an influencer when there's no results from the influence? Like that's why I don't understand the social media influencer bullshit. I don't understand.
It's very pervasive, man. It's no different, man. You know what? It's no different than how people were influenced by the celebrities of our day when we well shit I'm going on 45, right? So growing up 80s 90s whatever, you were
Yeah.
kind of influenced by the media formats of the day, right? Television, print, and radio. Now influencing is more directed in your face. It's more interactive. Literally your favorite influencer can like the comment that you make to them to
Yeah.
give you even that just that much more of an endorphin release or what have you, right? So you
Correct.
you literally will hang on anything this person says, no matter if they fucking like contradict the shit that they just said yesterday. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Yo, what's
Right?
going on, Topaz? Shout out to Uri in the chat.
Oh yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm not even checking the chats. Let me see who's up in here. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, Yori, what's going on, bro? Topaz, hey lady, how you doing? Senku, how you doing, man? Double serving. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm on daddy duty today. Daughter's just she's just hanging out, man. My baby cakes is chilling today, so I got a little bit of time. That's the other thing too, man. I'm a parent. I gotta, it's like I have actual responsibilities in life. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just that now at this point in time, it's kind of like things are rapidly changing because these boats waiting off of the coast and all that kind of stuff, but they can't get in. So I kind of thought that they were going to start doing this. So what companies are doing is they're air freighting their stuff to locations that's not New York and New Jersey, and just shipping it to New Jersey because air freight it's really by the location that it go to. So you can air freight something to New York and it costs one rate, but you can go past New York and air freight some shit to like Iowa and it's half the rate.
Hmm. Yeah.
So what they do on the money saved is they air freight it to like Iowa, and then I pick it up from Iowa and take it all the way back
And
to the
take
East
to New
Coast.
York.
Yeah,
Wow. Dude, I mean, I'm dealing with something a little bit like that, man. It's basically FedEx shipping zones. So,
yeah,
depending on what I'm shipping from the warehouse, so there's a zone that goes out. I think it's what it's like. Okay, it's like point of origin to 100 miles is one zone. Point of origin. Okay, but when you go from the 100th mile out to I think 150 or 200 miles, right? That's zone two, and then there's like and everything kind of affects the pricing, and then some zones the pricing changes. It's a fucking mess right now.
wow,
Topaz says the port of Houston has been getting more business. We didn't have a problem because they devote a lot of resources to make us competitive. It really Topaz. This has like all of these port issues and stuff and the logistics. It's a multi-pronged issue, and it starts with what the that whole pandemic thing,
yeah,
right? Because you got to realize that there was so much shit that was actually ordered during that time,
yes,
and factories were just cranking out stuff. But because of customs, because of global issues with the COVID and everything just kind of stack. And then as soon as they started opening the spigot on the global logistics routes, everything just went out in droves, right? Then, as everything was coming out, making its route and going out where it was going, then there was a container ship that wedged itself in the Suez Canal. Do you remember that?
yes,
So now you had all this stuff going out, and then the Suez Canal gets wedged and everything stops. And then they let it go, and then everything it's almost like taking a water hose that's on full blast and then kinking it at various points and then unkinking it and then kinking it elsewhere and then unkinking it. It's a very sneaky way at screwing with people's economies. And I'll just leave it there.
definitely.
I'll leave it right there. Uh, we don't want to go too much into shit that will now get us strikes on this channel. Before, when we used
Yeah,
to talk global politics and all that stuff, we could pretty much let loose. But I don't know too much about nowadays.
like me and King Sigma was talking about the trucking industry, a very specific company, and his channel got struck
Yeah, that's what
while
I
we was
mean.
talking about
You have to be very careful nowadays. That's the other thing, man. We've had to really curb what we've been talking about on this channel. Was it as of like sometime last year when they did some algorithm update? I was like, okay, no more. After they got Lionel,
it. Yeah,
after they got Lionel, I said, okay, we're gonna rethink what we talk about
but
over here.
all the other crypto channels that are
Think
still
about
up,
it. Think about it. They went and got Lionel, man. Yeah, and didn't give him his channel back either.
no, they
And
didn't.
I was in fear of like losing this, like everything that we've done here, over something stupid like that. So I dance around the stuff, man. I don't even not nowadays, man. But Topaz, in short, just look at where the majority of the stuff on those container ships come from, and put two and two together. And I do business with them, so and I can tell you a lot about it. I can tell you about how much shipping goes up literally every week. So I'm always pressed to like get large orders in as soon as I can because the cost of shipping can actually change the cost of the product when you amortize it across each unit. So when you bring it over after you clear customs transactions, shipping, and everything, your per unit cost has to actually reflect all costs entailed. And that per unit cost literally can increase day by day as energy costs go up. Right? Then you add to that inflation. Right? See, so the stuff that comes from where I get it, the price does not change. But what people end up paying over here does.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is.
That's what people don't kind of get the flow of this shit. And, but yeah, go through all the archives, man, where we talked about all the shit, the goal, the geopolitics playlist. Go through all that shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
go dig through all that, and that'll explain what I'm telling you right now.
and it's not really a basic yes or no answer. It's a yes why and a no why.
Yes.
And that's where people kind of get confused because they deal with the binary basic yes or no without explanation. But when it comes to explaining yourself with actual sources, or else explaining yourself within the framework of what's actually happening, people don't like that framework because it's too factual and they can't keep up with that.
Well, it's a simple cause and effect, right? Right, it's cause and effect, dude. And when it comes to business, even on a global scale, there's cause and effect scenarios. If you're actually engaged in it, you're hands on, you'll know what these cause and effect scenarios are. That's why it never becomes like a topic of debate, but more of a topic of discussion and exploration into the minutia. Right? That's why I was there. I can literally explain to you why it is the cost of a product rises, even though to get it from the factory, it's literally the same. It doesn't change.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, in a nutshell, people give you all kind of weird conspiracy theories, but I literally just gave you the formula. Every time we price something out, we have to consider all of these things, and we break it down and we put it into a per unit cost, and we amortize it that way. And then we say, okay, this is what the MSRP on this is going to be based on. Oh shit, my phone's. Damn it! This is what I was hoping wouldn't happen. Give me 1 second.
All right, cool, sir. Yeah. Along with that, yeah, especially like in the field I'm in, transportation, it's huge. Like you could cross state lines. You can go 50 miles and the diesel's different price. No ultimate rationale behind it whatsoever.
Hey, MOT, hold it down for a moment to make a quick phone call, dude.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, that's the way that is. I mean, because things are changing in a lot of places, especially with this infrastructure bill. You're going to see a lot of construction everywhere. And a lot of things are going to start getting better. It's not going to seem better, especially when this stuff starts, but that's where we're at. So, what I was going to bring up. Yeah, for like the, the closing arguments going on in the Ahmaud Arbery case, the actual judge pretty much destroyed the defense case with the jury instructions. I mean, basic and simple, but that's the way that's going. But yeah, a lot of things are moving, man. I just hope a lot of people get on. A lot of people want to be put on, but not put the work in, and that we can't have that. Because once you start putting people on who didn't invest properly in the situation, and then they get cornered, and then they just start to cannibalize others, like what you're seeing in the space currently. So that's what happens when you run out of things to say and things to do. Start to go after, people or not. Oh, a second. Wow, this is nuts. Traffic is crazy. I'm head to Baltimore right now. Traffic is out of this world. shit. All right, I gotta roll out.
And I am back. Sorry about that. Shit. MOT had to drop. How long ago did he drop? That was my business partner, man. I had to take that call real quick. Okay, let me see here. Let me get caught up to speed. Shit, dude, my brain had to just shift, and I had to kind of go through. I had to update him on. Uh, I literally had business calls last night at like 10:30. That's why I didn't do this live stream last night because I was on a call. So, okay, let me see what's going on here. He says, yo, go into your settings for the. Let's see here. Yo, go into the setting of your mic and turn off your echo reduction and turn your stereo input. Are you talking to, is that me? 30 seconds, less than a couple minutes, 2 minutes ago, a few seconds. Oh, okay. The traffic, you had to pay attention, I think. Okay, yeah, you should always pay attention to traffic. You really should. Okay. Well, damn. Sorry. Now you guys know why it's hard to do live streams because that just happened, and it may happen again probably in a couple minutes or so. But all right. Yeah, so we were kind of giving our thoughts on, like, just the nature of the conversations that go on in this area and stuff, and why I'm kind of been disinterested. Um, does anybody in the chat have any topics that you would like to talk about? Yes, I'm talking to you. The music is being canceled out. It is? Really? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what happened. Yeah. Here. Maybe if I turn my mic volume down, because or automatically adjust mic volume. Echo cancellation. Stereo. Automatically adjust mic volume. Okay, how does this one sound? Let me know how this sounds. If it sounds better or worse. Phase canceling. Okay. I know this is, we're known as like a tech channel. I don't know what the hell phase canceling is though. I gotta be real with you. Let's see here. Automatically adjust echo cancellation. You mean this? This right here? How's this? Is this okay? It's a part of the echo cancel. Yeah, I just turned that off. How's this sound now? Is this okay? What about now? Yeah, no, yeah, nay. I'm an engineer. Okay. Okay. Much better. Okay. All right. Cool. You're an engineer. I'm a novice at StreamYard. There you go. Okay. Yeah. So. Okay. Let me get back on track because we were talking about something, and then I had to go jump on a call, and then I had to recall my conversation from last night and some shit I did this morning. All right, it's pretty much open, man. Whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. I got a little bit of time, I suppose. My little one's just chilling. She's just chilling out. So, let's see. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? What? Because it seems like everybody's just kind of splintering up from what do I hear? Some of my observations in this black YouTube shit. Okay. Oh god damn it. Okay, that wasn't the phone ringing. All right. You said there are a lot of different types of technology. Yeah, yeah, there is. I mean, because I can start talking IoT and scooters and e-bikes and all that shit and lose everybody. And then, but the thing is, Topaz, crazy as it sounds, I have a music background. It's just that I haven't touched any. I'm kind of old school in a sense. Like everything is all modular, like Ableton and all that shit. Yeah, that's just not my steez. I was tuned turntables and a mixer and vinyl records type of guy, and a drum machine. I was that type of guy. Yeah, I was a hands-on, you know, dusty fingers, that type of guy. Um, but no. I was just trying to maybe check the temperature of the space here and see what's going on. You know? I'll drop a link again. I don't know if anybody wants to join it. If they'd like to. Let's see here. Kev, what's going on, man? Salute, brother. How you doing, man? Welcome. Yeah. Um. So, well, and what I also wanted to do is kind of like, keep, any conversations that go on over here more like more on the uppity side, I guess you could say. Like, I hate talking about like who sucks the most in the community. I hate that. I hate those conversations. You suck. No, you suck. Here's why you suck. Here's why you suck. You're bad at this. You're bad at this. You don't do this. You don't bring this to the table. It's like fuck. Ugh. That stuff just gets. Ugh. Yeah. I'm trying to get people to ride some real snazzy e-bikes. I mean, you don't have to buy them from me. I'm just saying, man. It's like real cool stuff out here, man. Even given all the bullshit. You said on a lighter note, we could talk about your birthday. Okay. Uh, was it okay? Well, first of all, happy birthday, Topaz. There you go. Happy birthday. Um, what did you do on your birthday? What did you do on your birthday? It was somebody. Let me see who. There's somebody else's birthday, I think, in like this space, as they call it. Somebody else's birthday. Um, trying to remember whose birthday was. You went to Hawaii. Oh, you went to Hawaii. Damn, dope. So you was out here. You actually went past me. You flew past me and went out into the ocean. Okay, I see you. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I've always wanted to make it out there. I know it sounds crazy, given born and raised here in California. I've never been there. Got a gang of homies and shit from the island. They live on the mainland, as they call it. But never been there myself. I think it's something that is long overdue for me and my daughter. Her and I need to go on a trip together. Just stop. Oh, okay. Damn, you could have hollered at your boy. Well, you were only probably there for a little bit. How did you enjoy your brief stay in LA? Well, at LAX. Yeah. No, because the culture is relaxed. They're on island time, as they call it. So everything legit like moves a bit slower. Oh, what's going on, man? Welcome, bro. Hope you're having a good midday or early afternoon, depending on where you are. It's approaching 12 o'clock here. So over El Segundo, but you stay in DTLA. Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm from the Valle SFV homes. A1A, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my phone's ringing again. Damn it. Hold on one second. Topaz.
Well,
Hey,
Hey, y'all.
you're cammed up. I hope you know that, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't know, but it's fine.
Okay.
I'm
All
just
right.
on lunch.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. I'm just checking this damn phone, see who's oh shit, who's calling?
that's a busy man right there, man.
Oh god, don't
I
I'm not the
see.
only one, dude. You're busy too. We're all busy.
Listen, I'm in healing right now.
Oh. You're in healing?
Yeah, I got to remove this foot from my ass.
Well, no, so no, I'm pretty sure your boss's foot is removed, but did he leave his shoe?
Listen, it's definitely a size 12 shoe.
What did you do though?
I didn't. That's the problem.
That's the he didn't.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I would be great. Like, I would pray for the foot to be removed, but I can't because you actually messed up. So you got to take it.
Well, so here's partially I didn't, and partially so it's not totally my fault, but I'm taking it because the job was. I knew the job wasn't easy when I took it, and partially so. But being self-employed and bringing other self-employed individuals, there's a gift and a curse to being self-employed. The gift is I can do whatever, whenever I want. But that's also the curse.
I was about to say, that's the curse too, bro.
Yeah, you don't get set days off. There's no one you can say you're overworking me. It's all you. So
Yeah, not everybody's built for this life, let me tell you.
Yeah. But so I
it gets
actually
tired.
recruited a couple folks, and they aren't doing things in the speed at with which he would like. And so it's on me to put my foot up their asses, hence why his foot is up my ass.
Right.
Because
Well,
he's
you know
like,
what?
well-
If you get a foot up the butt and it doesn't belong to you, you have to give it to who it belongs to.
No. The way it works, it's called CYA. First of all,
Yeah.
you cover your ass. That way,
But
no
that's
foot.
preventative.
Yes.
If you mess up the prevention, then you just gotta, then you gotta do the second round.
Well, I mean, that's the whole reason for the cover. The cover prevents the shoe from entering the ass. Okay. You know what? This is really
True.
just taking a really bad turn, though. The reality is, though, CYA at all times.
So true.
Yeah, and that is, and when you have a lot to be responsible for, even that's very difficult. Things slip through the cracks. It happens.
Yeah.
Right. So it's that whole saying that we say in racing: perfect preparation prevents poor performance. So you have to almost be OCD with it, almost.
Yeah.
Right? To
Yeah.
just
And
make sure that
hyper
everything's at all
vigilant.
times.
You're constantly looking for if you need to cover your behind.
Oh yeah. It's almost
That's
like,
true.
okay, wait. I put these numbers together. Did I miss something? Because you don't want to send some shit off. Like I just sent Alonzo some shit. I sent him something like about an hour ago, and then my partner hit me up. And he's like, "Hey man, page 2, there's an error." I was like, "Fuck." But it's nothing. It's not a big thing. It's not a pricing error. It was just something I should have took out because it's not in the deck actually. But it doesn't really matter.
That's so good.
just-
Now get that to
yeah,
Johnny
it's-
this week.
Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. As I'm saying, as long as the numbers and everything are right and exact, like he probably won't even notice that shit. Or he might.
Okay.
He'll probably be like, "Hey, I see this proposal. Where's the proposal?" And you're gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? Ulysses screwed up." And then it's cool. You can let him know I screwed up, man. It's okay.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So wait, I have a
Everything's
question. I know complex, but the other gentleman, what's your name? Who am I talking to?
My name's Alonzo Hall, the All-Star
Alonzo.
Our
Advisor.
advisor, Portfolio
Okay, I've
Bros.
seen you in the chats, but I had not ever talked to you. So nice to meet you.
This
Nice
is
to meet you as well.
Topaz. And Topaz, if you can, when you get an opportunity, if you can post your channel, so Alonzo
Okay.
can check you out. And Alonzo, if you could post yours,
Will do.
because we're all about creating positive networks over here, man. I don't know about all the other
I'll
Right.
shoot it in the chat.
And I'll put it down there once I hop off. I really came up here just to tell you about the Hawaii part that will
Yeah.
make you want to go.
Mm.
So I was kidding about talking about my birthday. I've been taking over panels all weekend. You know, just kind of like, you know, hanging out, having fun. So
Good.
I wanted to come and tell you that it's a must that you go, because I went because for my 40th birthday. I had never been before, and I thought that would be the best way to bring it in.
Happy 4-0. Yeah,
Happy
may as well,
4-0.
right?
Thanks. I'll tell y'all the real age. I've been lying. My profile says
Okay, well, see, now,
Topaz
listen,
25.
what we just did here. She just said, yeah, 4-0, and then just said she's been lying about her age this whole time.
Yeah, I have. I think it's time to come clean.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're not 25.
About being, no, I'm not. I mean, I have been before. I used to be, but
Topaz is
not
25 years away from 65.
There we go.
right.
Look, I'll
Okay,
give you
I'll take
26. There you go.
Yeah, you guys just don't see the rest of that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right.
No, man, Hawaii is that's gonna be once. Man, look, all I gotta say is my fingers are crossed. Got a huge project on the table. We pull this one off. I'm taking my daughter to Hawaii, man. Like that's the first.
Yeah, you have.
That's the first damn thing I'm doing.
And I came to tell you that they are super serious too about the island culture. Like, you don't get to honk your horn in traffic. Nobody's ever late for anything because you get there when you get there.
Mhm.
They tell you on the website not to bring suits or high heels. Like, it's pretty much board shorts, Hawaiian shirts, and
Flip-flops.
sundresses the entire time.
And a
Yeah,
lei.
flip flops, exactly.
Yeah, and a lei and a little drink in a coconut shell.
Yeah, that's the uniform. That's the uniform as soon as you get off the plane.
Pretty much standard issue fare when you go to Hawaii. And like I said,
Right.
it's referred to as island time. Now,
Mhm.
it's literally, and I think there's actually some science behind this. There's like the geomagnetics. Okay, so so a lot of people don't know this, right? So California, basically anything like I think it's like west of the Rockies, or no, is it there's like a fault line, right? And what that fault line basically is, it's the connection point between the North American tectonic plate and the Pacific tectonic plate. Okay. So when people say, hey, California just has a different vibe, right? The West Coast has a different vibe. Okay, it literally sits on a different geomagnetic plate. That's part of the reason why. And there's like these geomagnetic anomalies, like in certain parts of California, right? Like over in Silmar, over near where I used to live. You guys can look this. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up. There's this place called Gravity Hill. Okay, and like me and the homies used to we used to go out and just get faded and do like crazy shit on skateboards, right? So what Gravity Hill is, it's an actual hill, and what you could do is you can go down the hill, and then at a certain point you'll stop going down the hill, and then you'll go back up the hill.
Oh.
Right, so there's all these videos on YouTube where there's people that go to Gravity Hill, right? So like a dude will drive his car down the hill and he'll throw it in neutral, right? And their car will just roll, and then it'll roll to a stop, and that motherfucker start rolling back up the hill. You can take a tennis ball.
Like
if you take
real life science experiments like
I'm
that.
telling you, yeah, I'm telling you. If you take a tennis ball and roll it down the hill, right? It'll roll, and then at a certain point it'll stop, and then it'll start rolling back up the hill. And what we used to do is we would lay down like stomach face down, right, on a skateboard, and have a homie just push you down the hill, and you just roll, and then at a certain point you stop and you just start rolling back up. I'm telling you, it's called Gravity Hill. Hold on, I'll find it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna check into that.
That's
Who's that? Liveberry
crazy.
just joined us.
Yeah, how you doing? How y'all doing?
Good, bro. Well,
Hello, how are you?
let's see here.
All
I
right.
think we have an
Make sure
echo.
my audio is coming through right. Sorry about
Yeah, I
that.
think I was gonna say it's your echo, bro. Let's see here. YouTube Gravity Hill. Let's
Oh,
look
let
it
me
up.
put my channel in the back here. 1 second.
All right.
Gravity
This sound better?
Hill. Yeah, you're good. Here we go. So, let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Let me share. Screen share. All right, you guys, let's see here. You see this here? And my little one just came inside. Yeah, so this is Gravity Hill. This is like what I was telling you about. And there's like some crazy ass house on this hill somewhere. It's like some weird. It's almost kind of haunted, man. I don't know. This is like a weird area. But let me. Yeah, no, I'm serious. Look, here you go. Watch the shit. All right, so you see the level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the bubble is up here, so this lets you know that you're on an incline,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then he straightens it out, and you'll see that the level is right here in the center. And then let's see here. Let me fast forward here. Okay, so here's what he's doing. He's pouring water down a hill. So now the water stopped. It's about to stop right here, and it's gonna start going back. And then I think okay, wait. He had a dog. I don't know what the dog couldn't really figure out like if it's standing on. Yeah, the dog's really trying to figure out how it's standing, right? And then there's my phone again. Damn it. Let's see here. I think this is where he rolls the car. Let me see. Okay, here's the tennis ball. Yeah, so he went down there. He just sat the ball there, and the ball's rolling uphill.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, see, it's rolling uphill to the camera.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
crazy.
Okay, and then there's just the car. So the car's in neutral, and he's revving the engine, and the car's going uphill. See, now look. You'll hear him revving the engine if you play the video. Let me see if I can turn it up. Yeah, so he has the car in neutral, and he's revving the engine, and the car's going
Oh shit.
backwards up the hill. So there's another video. He's got it in neutral, and he's revving the engine, so you know that it's not in gear, and the car's just moving uphill. And this is that house I was telling you about. It's back over here. It's some weird. Dude, this is a weird ass area, dude. Like, I stay the fuck away from here.
It's not weird, complex. It's science.
Yeah, it's still weird. It's weird.
Weird
science. Weird
science.
science.
Right?
Yeah, you said is it the San Andreas Fault? I think it is. It might be along the San Andreas line, where the two meet.
Look, I lived in an apartment that was directly on the San Andreas Fault, and I knew nothing. I knew about the sand, but I didn't know the possible effects. Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah,
Like
man. Yeah.
a lot of little things happen out there that I was not prepared for.
Yeah, I lived in Northridge when the quake happened in '94. So
What about the
that
most recent ones? The 5 point, I think it was like a 5.7 that was out there.
yeah what it was that when the '94 quake happened that's when they discovered a new fault line. And so since then there's been like all these kind of like oh shit okay damn it
See, now I have to go look it
Yeah.
up.
What's that? You have to go look what up. Gravity Hill.
The San no, well, yeah,
Yeah.
Gravity Point, San Andreas Fault, because I've heard of it, but I didn't know all of what happens there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's a
So
lot of geomagnetic anomalies that go on.
so there was
Wowzy.
this thing. There was this thing that we used to play, and it was called What's Your Zombie Apocalypse? And it'll be like, some people they were like the San Andreas Fault, it starts to open up and everything, gets messed up, like the Rock's little movie. Um, Mine in particular was economic decline, where I saw something happen in Kosovo. And so like I was like, okay, if that was to happen in America, that would be the scariest thing in the world to me. And so me coming out here to Cali, I knew about the San Andreas Fault, but I only thought about it as the movie, if you get what I'm saying. Like
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, that's not really gonna happen. And as soon as I get here, it's like, a couple of earthquakes happen. But to me, those were fun. But everybody else is like, oh my God, you felt the earthquake? I'm like, wait,
Wait,
that's what an earthquake is? That's it?
see,
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all fun. It's all fun until like it goes on for like a minute, and then that's like a precursor to a bigger one.
See, now that's what happened in a way, right? So the most recent ones, I was working at this one particular place and I was standing over an airplane and I was working inside of the airplane trying to set everything up. And I thought somebody was shaking the airplane. So I'm looking around trying to see what's going on. Nobody's around. I'm like, oh, I thought somebody was playing with me. That happened to be an earthquake. I've never really experienced these these big ones as
Oh
a
no.
recent because I was doing something every time. I was in a van going down the highway and I felt none of it. I was in a van again and I was in the van and I thought some kids was probably playing around, shaking my van. So, but when I was about to jump out, the pole that was right next to the doors, because I had the doors open, and I was fixing something that was inside of it. And I looked at the pole, and the pole is doing that thing. You know when you shake a pencil,
Yeah.
and like you see that illusion of the pencil like just wobbling.
Hmm.
I
mm-hmm.
saw that. I saw that, and I'm sitting here like, what in the hell is going on? But the shocks of the van, I guess, were so good that I didn't really feel the earthquake. But then the moment that I actually jumped out of the van, the earthquake stopped. I ran around the van to see if I could catch the little damn kids. Wasn't no kids around. And then all of a sudden, I got a phone call, and the TV done fell, the cabinets fell. So even though my cousin and my girlfriend at the time experienced the earthquake, I didn't. And on top of it, we were right on the fault. So
Well,
yeah,
I'll show you. I'll show you some earthquake stuff in real time. So this was from the 4th of July in 29. Well, actually, the day after. We had two earthquakes in a row in
yeah,
2019.
that's one of
Yeah,
them I'm talking about.
yeah. Okay. Well, let me show you how hard it shook over here. This is in my backyard. I was sitting in the back smoking a joint, and earthquake hit. Right. So you see the pool?
Uh,
Do you see that? Yeah. Keep watching. This is in my backyard. I literally grabbed my phone, I was sitting there burning some herb, and then I said, "Oh shit, earthquake!" And look what happened.
that's crazy.
Yeah, this went
I
on
was in
for
Palmdale at that time too.
yeah, so it was kind of out in that area. So look, this went on for like over a minute.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so that's how you know when the earthquake is happening right there, right? Because then you'll see shit like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
we have our own natural disasters. I kind of would pick hurricanes over earthquakes.
I would pick no. I was on Fort Bragg at the time when a hurricane came through. I think I'd rather go with the earthquake right about now.
I mean, dude, it's kind of like a pick your poison, man. I don't
Yeah,
because like this kind of shit right here is like unnerving, dude. Like this stuff right here is like relatively unnerving. Like I was sitting there and I was just like, oh my god, when is this gonna stop? You just see the water just sloshing out.
I think we talking about the same day.
Yeah.
And by the time I jumped out of the van, like I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And then I jumped out. I saw the like I was looking at the pole, thinking maybe it's something wrong with me because I saw the pole wobbling like that, and I was like, "What?" And it was really weird at that time because it was a crazy wobble. But once I actually figured, oh, screw this, let me get these little kids. It was no little kids out
No,
there.
no, no, man. That was a legit ass earthquake. And Black
See,
Dev,
ready
Black
to
Dev is
blame the kids.
nah, yeah, no, that was kids couldn't really do anything like that. Is it Black Dev said, yeah, man, earthquakes are not fun, especially oh, dude, I've been in like I remember one time I was in like a 7-story building, and I was like on the sixth
Mm,
floor, and that shit started swaying. And see, the thing about it is that the pivot point is down at the base of the building, right?
mm-hmm,
So the ground shifts. It's the ground that shifts back and forth, right? So it's
mm-hmm.
sort of like a fulcrum. Okay. So the fulcrum point is at the base of the building. So you know what sways the most? The top of the building, right? So when you're like up a few floors and the ground starts to shake, like, dude, people get instant vertigo. You
Didn't
get,
y'all have like?
hmm?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying you get instant dizziness because you feel like you're on a boat and it's
Did,
like ocean waves because it
did
sways a lot more left to right at the top of the building as opposed to down on the ground at the base.
didn't y'all have like 20 years of like rebuilding in preparation for like earthquakes and stuff?
There's it's a constant thing, dude. They never like just they always retrofitting shit. They have to. Like they have this building in San Francisco. I forgot which building it's called, but it's leaning right now. The ground's unstable. It's leaning
I
over.
think I know which one
So
you're talking about.
yeah, it's leaning over right now, and it's like a huge building. I'm like, and they're like the engineers are like, oh well, we kind of figured that this would happen, and I'm like, well, why the fuck would you build it?
Right.
They're like, yeah, well, we kind of
Government
accounted,
officials.
we kind of accounted for this, and I'm like, oh my god, who underwrote this shit? Okay.
There's a so the base of like I think it was like some of the major buildings in the LA area. The bases of them are placed on like cylinders, right? I mean, no, so,
They're
spheres,
on rollers.
and
Yeah, they're on
yeah,
rollers.
and so like when the shaking happens, it's like another little like conical type situation up under the spheres,
Hmm.
where it lets it shake, but it's not directly affecting the rest of the building fully.
What it
But
does, it absorbs the movement.
hmm
Right. They've done different things. They put like these large metal rollers. They've had like these very like huge sort of like rubber damper things with springs over them. Right. And what they're supposed
okay,
to do is absorb shock. Right. So it absorbs like a lot of the ground stress or the ground energy that causes structural stress on the building. So a lot of those buildings they have like these structures underneath that they build the stuff on. And it's also the reason why you don't find like a lot of tall apartment buildings in California, or you don't really find too many houses that are like high up off the ground. Everything is typically flat and spread out longitudinally, just
hmm
to prevent that. Because of that, you also find that not a lot of buildings here are made of brick because brick like
it's
Do you
oh
guys
earthquake.
have a
man.
lot of steel structures?
Yeah, yeah. Everything has like steel beams, or it has like a steel support structure in conjunction with wood beams. But you don't find brick construction because you know how easy it is to like shake a brick building down. It's super easy because like all dude like the stress points is like in between the bricks with the concrete, and all you got to do is just shake that shit, and it'll just crack up and break, and the whole building will come down.
Mm.
Okay, so guys, I'm gonna jump back in the chat. I'm gonna be working, but still listening from the clouds.
All right, birthday girl.
Thank y'all.
Happy
Yes,
birthday.
Happy
Right
same.
birthday.
on through.
Thank y'all. Have
All
a
right,
good
dope
stream.
ass.
I'm gonna be in the clouds.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I didn't know
nah,
about the
man.
spring dampeners,
Huh?
but I didn't know about the spring and rubber dampeners. But now that you gonna maybe look into that more.
Yeah, they
Civil
use all these
engineering.
different type of all these different type of understructures to basically absorb shock. Uh, that's why like you can have all these earthquakes and we don't have you don't have buildings that fall for the most part. They'll like sustain some structural damage, stucco cracking and shit like that, but they don't just wholesale come down unless it's like a big one.
Oh, and also when I was talking about the sound and stuff like that. Well, I'm a engineering admin right now, but I was also I should have put I'm an audio engineer. So like things I hear, like other people don't really hear or they don't pay attention to.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you, if you
Yeah,
yeah.
that
No,
makes sense.
yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, okay, with Streamyard, right? There's literally like, and I get it. I'm not. Oh, okay. Thank you, Topaz, for
Let me
posting
click
that.
on her.
Yes. So for those of you who are not sub to Topaz and you're listening in the clouds or whatever, her link right there is in the chat box. Please click it and subscribe to her channel. I greatly appreciate it. I'm pretty sure she would appreciate it too. And then, Lonzo, when you can, if you could post your link.
I already did.
You did? Okay, cool.
he did it in the private chat though. If anything, you might want to put it
So let me here.
in the main chats.
All right. And what I'll do is I'll roll this out for another 15 minutes to 12:30 my time, and then I gotta call this person back. I knew there was gonna be another call, and boom, it happened. So I'll give this person a link back and see what's going on. But yeah, it's like
Well, screw it.
I
Can
know
I?
DJ Kuda is big on like the mics and everything, and
Yeah.
I don't do this seriously enough, right?
I'm.
I really don't. I don't do this shit seriously enough to like really invest in it like that. So I was like, okay, is there like a little button or a little thing I unbox, I uncheck in StreamYard? It's like it's about as best as I can do.
Yeah. So
Just
being
click
an
the
audio
box.
engineer, that's actually awesome. I went to University of New Haven for music and sound recording, and then I fell in love with economics. Uh,
Yeah, my
but
production partner is an engineer, man.
yo, engineering is where it's at, dude. Like I went for like my golden ear and everything.
Okay, so yeah, I went through the whole like so you already know what I'm talking about then. Like I was getting annoyed by the little phase canceling happening on the sound. But yeah, so I did the whole I did the whole Golden Engineer. I went to Institute of Audio Research in New York.
Okay, I was gonna go to SAE.
I wanted to go to SAE because I wanted to go to
Dubai.
to no, not they got one in Dubai now.
They got Dubai, Memphis, Florida, New York on 34th Street.
Yeah, that was
But
down
the
the
one in
street.
Memphis is really where it's at.
I wanted to go to the one in Australia.
I didn't know they
That
had
was the
one.
one. That was the big one. That was the one where everybody who was like really doing big things at the time, they were pretty much enjoying themselves a
Okay.
great deal.
Okay. So you must be a little bit younger than I am.
Well, I've been going on 25 for 15 years, so yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're around the same age.
Great, you guys are both
So,
making me feel old.
All right, so close. Yeah, we're right around the same age then.
yeah. Oh, so wait, hold on. Complex, how old are you? Because the way he said that,
I'm going on 45, bro.
he acting like he old.
Yeah.
I'm old enough, man.
No,
What you got is like 4 or 5 years, man. Come on.
He
Dude,
only on the second.
Yeah, you guys are like, oh, you act like you're old. It's like, dude, that's 5 years from 50.
No, that's like
50 is half a century.
this is the second daggone quarter. This is you good. You ain't got nothing to worry
I
about.
mean, no, it's just like it's a numbers thing, right? Okay, it's like four. If you're 5 years from 50, and then 50 is half a century, and it's just like, damn, that's a lot of years.
He
Look,
said, "Damn, that's a
you
lot of
already
years."
you already know we trying to aim to get to the point where all of a sudden, we could throw memories in a couple of chips and then boom, we live forever and travel to those other spaces. You know, uh, we just waiting on Elon to stop playing and give us the technology so we could go ahead.
Well,
Let me
they
stop.
already have
Listen,
it
Richard
far
Branson's
early.
gonna get that before
It's
Elon.
just a matter of well, look, you guys are about to start plugging into the metaverse and all that. You're already here with it, bro. I mean, so I'm gonna listen. I dibble and dabble my toe in that type of shit with sim racing, right? That's kind of where I'm at with
Mm-hmm.
it. I'll race Porsches in the sim world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm still very present in the 3D realm. Like, what I don't want to do is literally just get sucked into the metaverse to the point where I fucking forget that I'm like sitting here.
Look, I want my car. I want my copy. I want my copy. I want my hard drive. And if anything, if they could do the situation where we could get what's the name of that show where in the spinal cord they have like spinal cortex memory recovery or something.
I
What's the
mean,
name of it?
well,
Carbon
technically,
carbon carbon black or something. Carbon altered
uh,
carbon. Altered carbon. That's the name
altered
of it.
carbon. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
if
I
they get
mean,
some like
we're at the precipice of all that, right? Especially with all these mRNA based
don't worry.
all these type of technologies. What the fuck? All these technologies, and then on top of that, you have like Neuralink type technologies, right? And
Hmm.
so then you also have things like, and not to get too deep into this shit, because I only got about a few more minutes left, but like D-wave computing, right? Quantum computing, which supposedly has a digital copy of every person on the planet in it already, right? So there's a component to all of this, right? And what we're starting to see is the convergence of all of it, right? Through interfaces like the metaverse, right? So what we're gonna
Hmm.
do is we're gonna take, like your Oculus. Okay, we'll also use like the Neuralink headsets, right? So combine these things with also maybe even like haptic body wear, right? See, so what that does is it gives you damn near full immersion, right? I've tried it in sim racing, right? So they got like haptic speakers that I can sit around. I can put them around my sim racing seat. I'm sitting in it right now, right?
Oh
So the
wow.
thing about it is that I get force feedback from the wheel, and basically like through my arms, into my shoulder, neck, and even into my head a little bit, I get a very realistic uh, uh, I get a very realistic feel of the car. Okay, depending on how if I have a 3 monitor setup, then I have like basically peripheral vision and front field of vision, right? So I've got 2 layers of submersion. And then what I have is, the sense of feeling, right? So then if you have haptic speakers around, it's like I can literally feel the rear wheel,
Oh wow.
right? When I make a right turn, I can feel the rear wheel with a haptic speaker setup, right? And so that's even another layer of immersion. But dude, once you like plug into like some sort of verse of some kind, now we've just what we did was we tried to emulate submersion in the third dimensional realm by giving us all of the inputs, even though we're consciously sitting here, right? So even though I can get
Mm.
into a sim environment and kind of mentally put myself in it, I know I'm sitting in my sim seat,
Hmm.
right? I know I'm here. Okay, when we cross that boundary though, when you don't know you're sitting there, that's the part that gets scary. That's what scares me about this metaverse shit, for example. People are gonna
But
like get stuck in there.
That's
but
actually
we
my question. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
but we know already that like okay, so the only way we can traverse from like one planet to the next without actually like having the generational thing happening is for somebody to be able to stay alive long enough. I feel like that situation is what we're building towards.
What, like going digital?
Being hybrid, yeah.
So you mean like downloading our consciousness into like a receptacle of some sort, or?
It because when you said receptacle, it downplayed it for me. But yeah,
No, a receptacle would be like a cold storage device, right? Like some sort of hard drive or some shit, right? The reality is that like things like
I
Neuralink
feel more
would
energy
enable you
like.
to. With that's what these type of technologies would enable you to do on all actuality, right?
Hmm.
So
But if
so
we were to put it into a protein, it'll be solely different. Like if we were to use more of like DNA instead of, and that's what scares me about this mRNA thing. But anyway, if we were to use DNA more of the situation of memory instead of using um, or crystal. If we were to use crystal or DNA for memory instead of using like what we use right now, the hard storage and the cold storages that we currently use, it'll last longer. We'll be able to use it more, and it's there. It's just that we just got to catch up.
well I I don't want to go down that. I want to open up that rabbit hole. I was gonna say you said using DNA or crystals, like okay, you kind of use crystal in technology already, right? You
Hmm.
use it in modern day computing, like all your chips have crystalline technology in it, right? So you
Yeah.
technically use crystals to do these type of functions. It's just it's in a computing environment. That's how. Are you talking
Mm.
in some other form? Because we do
Well,
actually already use it.
you could use direct quartz and a couple other crystals and stuff like that. Well, for instance, we already use quartz as a way of keeping time in computers. So like that's like for people who don't know who aren't in like electrical engineering or anything like that, we use crystals a lot. So like the chip itself is silicone, and that's a crystal in a way as well. But the thing about it is when you look at the actual things, like when we can put, I think it was like we could put terabytes. I forgot what if it was either femto or anyway, we could yeah, because I gotta look it up so I don't get people looking for the wrong thing. But we could put like 100 terabytes inside of like a small piece of DNA and like fully write that junk out as if it's like we're saving like whole hard drives to a computer. Like one person could save like one person's whole body could probably save a majority of the data that we need when it
Well,
comes
the
to
thing about
everything
it
that's on
is
the
that
internet right now.
but see, your DNA already kind of stores the stuff. That's the thing, right? But what we're talking about is actually putting it in something in a different container, right?
Yeah.
Okay, to say that it's stored in the DNA, that means it's already expressed in like your own DNA, right? So
Right.
like
Hmm.
memory. They've already science has proven that cells have memory, right? Cellular
Yeah.
memory, DNA, right, and that's all the information that cellular memory stores into. So for example, like hereditary diseases, right? That's a form of that's a form of like DNA memory, right? It's something that's replicated from Jesus Christ from generation to generation, right? And it's encoded in the DNA, and the cells remember it. That's why sometimes certain elements are expressed in a multitude of generations, right? So it's stored there, but what the fuck? So then what we're talking about here is putting it in a separate container though,
Hmm.
right? And so
Yeah.
that's what I
I
mean. It's like
actually.
okay, they're looking at things like D-wave computing, quantum computing, and all of that. Neuralink, like that's what I was like. There's technological applications that they're already kind of bringing online to do all of this, and I'm saying like plugging into the metaverse would be like so. For example, right? Like if you fully plug in, right? And then let's just say in that metaverse realm, like you're doing your thing, you're making your money, right? What are you making? More than likely, you're making cryptocurrency, right? So how are all of these things getting stored, right? Like all of your, I guess your metaverse ID, who is basically a reflection of who you actually are, and all these various things, right? It becomes, I guess this is more of like an onboarding of all of this stuff, right? It's not really like a switch, but what happens here is that all that data gets transferred through various mechanisms, right? And that's why I kind of see it in more of like the legit practical like what Elon Musk is trying to do and what these companies like D-Wave is trying to do and right I look at the literal technology that they developed and what they've shown the shit to have the capability to do and I put it all together I go oh that's how they plan to do this shit
Oh, okay. There we go. I think I found it.
Pardon me.
Um, so CNN, what year was this? Oh wow, 2016, February 2016. CNN put up a post saying the new
Oh
Superman
shit,
crystals can store data for billions of years.
guys, I gotta go.
You gotta bounce.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's actually 12:30, man. We actually we're at the. Hey, well let's do this. Hey, go ahead, Lightbearer, go and finish up, man, and then because it is 12:30, we hit the 1:15 mark, and I gotta actually make this call this person back.
Oh, definitely, definitely. All right, so
But
it's saying that
can you post that in the private
I
chat real
I can.
quick?
You want me to share it or post it?
Put it in the private chat, and then I'll throw it because I don't know if it'll. I don't know if you wait. Hold on. Let me do this.
Yeah, Lightbearer, you should have a. If you have a wrench, you should be
Yeah, that's
able
what I'm
to.
saying. Let me do that, and then that way you can post it. Because I was in the back on the StreamYard. Hold on.
And thanks for the follow, bro.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, go ahead, Library. You can go ahead and post that now.
All right, there it goes.
I love the name Lightbearer, and then we were just talking about Boaz Technologies earlier. It's just a beautiful day.
Outside of the foot incident.
So, only certain people really know where I get those. I get this name from. So I'm happy some people actually know about it.
I
You
have a
may
spider on
not.
my shoulder, so.
Okay, Anansi.
Fair enough.
All right, you want to get last comments on this, man, and then I might have to actually start doing some work here.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, I'm in the same situation. So pretty much, if y'all guys look at this real quick, it was all the way back in 2016. I thought it was sooner than that. I mean,
More
recently.
recent.
Yeah. So it's saying that each disc, one of these guys, and this is one of them. I was actually hearing about something else. I don't remember this report, but it's on CNN. They reported it in 2016. It's coming out of UK. Oh wow, the disk can hold up to 360 terabytes of data, and it's
He,
smaller than a quarter. So I'm
he's
gonna just leave it
between
at that. Yeah.
2,200 iPhones. Damn.
So
Well, if
yeah,
that if
like.
that'll if that'll contain your whole consciousness, I suppose. So,
So imagine, like,
I'm
the
sorry, man.
rich, they're gonna have these. They're gonna have these like deposited all over their body, probably or something. Oh, who knows?
I'm about to go line up for the chip insertion today.
Oh my God, man. Look, man.
And they just last week came up with something saying that they now have the ability to put like, say for instance, sequences of memories inside of a chip and inside of someone, and that actually joins the memory cortex of the brain and stuff, and a person can actually, like, pretty much being like jacked up in the Matrix,
Mm.
and learning how to do, like, karate or something like that. They said they have the ability to do that now, and the report came out like last week or the week before last.
Yeah, and they're gonna use case all this stuff in the metaverse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
No, they're for
that's
real.
all I
Like
got. So
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
trust the black brain. I'm out.
Yeah, bro. All right. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and check up out of here because I got my little one here. She's asking me for lunch. I gotta make a call. So, like I said, man, enough YouTube
Yeah,
for one day for me.
I got
Dude.
networks to fix, so I'll talk to y'all later too.
All right, bro. Peace out. I appreciate you coming out to Lopez, the birthday girl. So, yeah, go ahead and hit a like and share this, and we will check you guys out another time. Peace.